Hello, welcome to the stream. We've had a here we go for Nico Gonzalez. Now then, I would speak about the terms of the deal, but genuinely, I just saw here we go, and I was like, time to go live. So, look, it's breaking news. It's big news for Man City. Gonna see what the fee is now. Because Fabrizio Romano, deadline day, you've got 2 more streams incoming in terms of news for this day. So, look, there's going to be so much news today, and I'm excited to talk about it all because there is a lot to talk about. So, let's hop over here. Where's the official? Here we go. So, Nico Gonzalez to Man City. Here we go. New midfielder for Pep, as Man City will pay the same amount as release cost, worth 60 million with different structure. Nico allowed to travel for medical and contract signing soon. Exclusive story confirmed. Here he is. Fabrizio's image of him. We got a lot of news has really popped off today. I'd like to mention Amethyst Hell. Here we go for him to Tottenham on loan. AC Milan want Joao Felix. But look, yeah, we got a lot of news here, this is big news. So let's go over and go to City Extra, shall we? City Extra. So Nico Gonzalez and Man City, here we go, confirmed by Fabrizio. City will pay 60 million fee with a different structure to a straightforward release clause. With travel to Manchester now approved for medical and documentation signing. Man City's 5-1 defeat to Arsenal caused the negotiations over FC Porto's Nico Gonzalez to accelerate and made Man City do everything possible to not lose sight of the player, who they believe will increase in value in a very short time. Breaking, he's already left training and he's not going to play today, according to Record Portugal, whoever that is. Oh, this is where the news kind of broke, it looks like here. Let's have a look here. We'll jump over to the Extra's website where they will cover all the terms of the deal. So I just got an itch on my eye. Big ups to everyone tuning in. Do appreciate it. Make sure to comment down below your thoughts on this transfer, because it's a big transfer. It's an important deal for City. Midfielder, been crying out for this since the summer. This has been a long time coming for me and many City fans. Wanted this since the summer to help out with Rodri. Just didn't happen, and didn't look like it was going to happen either, but just so glad it has now. So there's also been interest. Okay, so that's talking about Edison and who else we've had our eyes on. According to reveals that Nico Gonzalez is going to join, expected to pay the same amount as players' release clause, 60 million, but for a different structure. 23-year-old, he's 23 this year, by the way. He turned 23, I think, on like the 3rd of Jan. So, he's going to be 24 in January next year. So he's got quite a lot of years ahead of him too, which is good. Not too much more on the deal with City Extra. They've really just given us similar stuff to what was already given. So, not too much more to give there. Big ups to everyone tuning in. Do appreciate it. Now then, let's jump over to transfer market, shall we? Because he's got some interesting numbers over in the Portuguese league. Nico Gonzalez. Here we go for this one. So look, the main thing are these 3 positions. I doubt he's going to play here, but it's mainly here. Apparently, according to I can't remember what the article was, but apparently we've been looking for an 8 a 6 and an 8, like someone that can do both. We all know how City like our versatile players that can play across different positions. Like Phil could play on the wings and and at the cam. I know we've got more in there, but you know what I'm saying. We like versatile players, and so someone that can play at the 8 and play at the CDM is really, really good. Now, in terms of numbers, he's gotten 13 goal contributions in 29 matches, which is pretty good going. To be honest, those aren't too bad. He's been kind of a key starter for his side this season. Starting 11 17 times. Has never been benched. The only times he hasn't been in is when he's had a red card suspension. So, makes sense. On here, this is the cup, so only started one game. And here started this game and got himself a goal, to be fair. 4-3 after extra time, so big ups to them. Started. So he's only been subbed on once this season. That just kind of shows how crucial he is to Porto's side and how much of a key player he's really been in terms of starting the games and playing them. So let's jump over to injury history. Look, it's not perfect, but hasn't picked up an injury in over a season and a half, which is good. None of the injuries are repeated. They're all different, which means doesn't look like it's like a big problem in a certain area, and meaning like maybe surgery would need to be done. No, just looks like he's only picked up one. Looks like he got quite unlucky in this season, to be fair. Picked up 4 of them here, 1 the following season, but then on he was absolutely fine, to be fair to him. So it's a decent injury record for me. Now then, that doesn't mean run him into the ground like we have Rodri. Thomas Wilson, welcome to the chat. Big ups to you, lad. Don't think we've had you in a few streams, but appreciate you tuning in. We've got 7 people tuning in right now, so make sure to pop a like on the stream if you haven't already. Each one really does help, to be fair. But yeah, Nico Gonzalez. It's a big move. Let's go back over to stats. Yellow cards this season. He's had 11 yellows, 1 straight red. Discipline was one of his issues, I believe, but that'll get trained out of him, I'm sure. He's only 23, so he's got time to get that out of him. Big ups to everyone tuning in. Do appreciate that. Make sure to leave your thoughts in the comments below on this signing, because it's a pretty big one, if you ask me. Now then, let's jump on over to whoscored.com. We've used this many times. We will use it again. Nico Gonzalez. There we go. So, defensive, 2 tackles per game. Doesn't really get an interception, but 2 fouls per game. Like we said, discipline does seem to be an issue of his. Tends to get booked a lot. Clearances, about 1 per game. And doesn't really get many dribbles or blocks in. Strengths, passing. We need that. I'll have a proper look on that in a minute. I don't know what most of these are, but key passes, almost 1 per game. Dribbles, almost 1 per game. Fouled, once per game. Dispossessed, I'm going to guess that is once per game. And I don't know what this is. It might be unsuccessful touch, now I think about it. And if it is, then that's 1 per game. But don't take my word for it. Finally, a midfielder. Welcome to the chat, Rosa. Also, big up Connect. Yeah, looks like we've finally gotten someone. About blinking time. As we know, some City fans, I know I have, and a lot of people on this channel that tuned in the summer were crying out for a midfielder to back up Rodri. We got Gundogan, but it's safe to say he's not really been satisfactory. But look, we were prepared to go into this season without Gundogan. Imagine, I wonder what we would look like if we did do that. Welcome to the chat as well, Isaac. Yo, welcome. Let me know your thoughts on this big signing. So here are some offensive stats. And if you look at positions, like we mentioned just before, tends to get tends to play in these three middle areas, which is good. He's not played too many here, it seems. Oh no, he's played 7, to be fair to him. But he's played most of the time he's at DM, which is good. We need one of those, and he can play at the 8. So that's what City are looking for, someone that can play here and here, which he seems to do a perfectly adequate job of, considering he gets an average of over a 7. And to be fair, when at the attacking midfield, he's averaged just under a 7, which is pretty good if you ask me. Big ups to everyone that's tuned in so far, by the way. Now on to his passing, which is obviously an important stat. Now then, passes per game, he averages about 50, and almost 90% of those tend to be hit. So just trying to think of what that would be as a percent. So out of 50 passes, he tends to land, if my math is right, tends to land about 45 of them per game, roughly. It's not perfect, but tends to land that many passes. So, again, only 5 misplaced passes per game. Look, I've seen players have worse, and considering he does 2.4 long balls per game, not too bad. Take my phone out of my pocket. He's done over 2,000 minutes this season. He's gotten 5 assists according to WhoScored.com, but according to Transfer Market, he's got 6, so pick your poison. Now then, strengths, passing, which is good. Just had a look at these. It's not too bad. Passing is pretty good on. Aerial duels is pretty good on. Now then, here we are. Indirect set piece threat. But is that when, like... Okay, no, I know what that is. Likes to play short passes, likes to do layoffs, commits to fouls often. And the one issue he seems to have is his discipline. But again, that's something that could be trained out of him eventually, And look, not many players are perfect, to be fair. Some players are always just going to have their flaws, but we have to take players for what they're best at. So in terms of his fixture history, here we are. Look, if you just look at most of it, how many games under a 6? 1 here, and 1 here, and no more. So look, in only 2 games this season, he's not gotten a 6. And when you look at this one, this was the game where he's playing Benfica. Benfica, one of the best teams in the league, and they're playing away from home. So it's not too bad of a surprise to see that it didn't quite go his way. And this one, he got sent off in, which is probably taking a knock onto his rating. And they lost that game too. But in all the games they seem to be winning, which, to be fair, seems to be a large chunk of them, he seems to get heavily praised for it. So, big ups to Gonzalez. He doesn't seem to have stinkers often, by the looks of it. Now then, do want to have a look at this one. Nico Gonzalez. This has been our best friend recently. So, 30th of January, this was his most recent game. Scored the winner, to be fair to him. So, which side is which? Gonzalez, was he playing at striker? Interesting. Let's try to find a game where he wasn't playing striker, because I don't think that's where we're signing him for. 8.7. Here we are. Got 1 goal, 1 assist here. Where was he this game? Yeah, back in his typical area. So, where to look? I haven't used this since we got since we got Marmouche, so just trying to figure out my way. I think it's this. Yeah, so if we look at expected goals, it does look like Porto absolutely dominated this game, to be fair. an extra 2 and they got 4. Total shots 13, 7 on target, 7 big chances. If you go to defence, they're pretty solid the whole way through. Duels, most 1. Now, he didn't get man of the match, but it looks like he was close to it. Playing 80 minutes, got 1 goal, 1 assist, 2 shots, 0.5 xG, and a 0.02 XA. So he's done pretty good there, to be fair to him. On the attack, he was second. We just had a look at this. 2 shots, 1 on target. Passes, Nico Gonzalez, he's 4th. 94% passing accuracy is what we like to see. Chances created, 6 passes into the final third. Accurate crosses, only had 1. And accurate long balls, 8 out of his 9, which is pretty good. 8 out of 9 long balls on target is pretty good. Is he good or is he meh? Well, I guess that tends to be seen, is yet to be seen. He's been doing pretty good at Porto. He started basically every game bar 1. He seems to be good. And the key thing to mention is that he's from the La Masia Academy, Barcelona Academy, if you don't know. And look, the La Masia tends to only produce good talents. Look at some of the talents they've cooked up over the years. It feels like they produce someone new every single year. So for me, I think he's solid. He's obviously got the potential. And now then, this question, is he the new Calvin Phillips or will he be a new starter for City? Well, I think he definitely needs to be a starter for at least the remainder of this season. I think the remainder of this season is going to be almost like his trial period, coming into the side. Hopefully he'll be available for Leyton Orient and maybe we will see a little bit of him then, maybe. I'm not too sure, to be honest. But it could be the case, to be fair. It could be the case. But I'm hoping he's not the new Calvin Phillips. Absolutely not. He's a bit younger than when we signed Calvin Phillips. Because, how old's Calvin Phillips now? Calvin Phillips, he's 29. We signed him in 2022. Which meant we signed him when he was 26, turning 27, Calvin. This guy's just turned 23. He's a lot younger. He's got a lot more time to develop under Pep. And key thing to note, he's going to be probably Rodri's direct understudy, which is good. Rodri's back at City's training ground. We've seen him at the training ground. Not training, but like standing and watching on the sidelines. A bit like a coach, but I don't know, probably not actually coaching. But maybe he can give tips to Nico Gonzalez at the training ground. That I feel like that could be a very good possibility that he learns a bit from Rodri, and who better to learn from than the guy that just won the Ballon d'Or. So we're going to need Nico Gonzalez. The issues were so much more highlighted after the Arsenal game, and hence why City's efforts accelerated to sign him, because we needed a midfielder. But 94% passing accuracy is one of the highest in the game, tied with Otavio, and second to Perez. Don't think anyone else. Oh no, Diogo Costa. To be fair, he's goalkeeper, but he got 97, and he completed most of his long balls as well. Defensive work. Where does Nico Gonzalez fit in? Here we are. 5 defensive actions, 2 out of 2 of his tackles won, 1 interception, 3 recoveries, 1 clearance, 1 headed clearance, and didn't get dribbled past at all. So, again, pretty good game from him. Duels, 5 duels won, 1 duel lost, 4 out of his 5 ground duels won, 100% of his aerial duels won, got fouled twice, committed 1 foul, and like it said over there, 1-2 tackles. Top signing, says Hazan. Welcome to the chat. Is it right? Is coming. Nico Gonzalez looks like he's coming. Big ups everyone that's tuning in, by the way. Make sure to hit the likes if you haven't already. Oh, well, we have got 10 likes and there's 11 people, so I do appreciate that. Oh, I forgot Phillips was still up there. Yeah, he technically still is, yeah, plays for Ipswich at the moment. Is he going to be available for our game? Going to guess you mean the Leyton Orient game? Hopefully, look, his flight will probably be today. His flight will probably be today. Medical, possibly even today / tomorrow. So could very well be available. Oh, you're a Madridster. Oh, so you thinking about the Real Madrid game? Yeah, he'll definitely be available for the Real Madrid game. Big Up Connect can't stay long, but took them long enough. Yes, it took a while, but we were there in the end, and turns out we ended up paying the 60 million, but just in a different blinking structure, I believe it said. I might delve into some conspiracy soon on my channel. Oh, there you go. That'll be interesting. Big up everyone tuning in. Alf conspiracy theories are back, says Rosa. Yeah, there you go. Conspiracy theories. Oh, might have to see what it's all about. I don't think I've ever seen a football channel cover football conspiracy theories. Well, not in a while, anyway. Now then, it's good and all looking at a game where he's done good in where Porto have done good in. But what about a game where Nico Gonzalez has maybe not done bad in, but a game that he lost? So, a game that they lost. I want to look for a loss. Here we go. Stats. Oh, you don't really got anything for me? Okay. Alright then, can't look at that game. No, they don't lose a lot, so this is difficult. Oh, we're going back quite far now. Okay, here. Now, I want to have a look at this because... Oh, please, come on. Nico Gonzalez, where is he? Let's try to find him, shall we? Big ups to everyone tuning in. Nicolas Otamendi, former City player. Here we go, Nico Gonzalez. So, strike, keep an eye on him, 5.9. So, attack, he's probably going to be quite low down, to be fair. Nico Gonzalez, 0 goals, 1 shot, I believe I just read. Let's move that so it's a bit more like that. Oh, but heck, I lost him again. 1 shot. Attacking stats aren't really where you want to be looking, though, to be fair. Nico Gonzalez, well, despite losing the game, still quite high on the pecking order in terms of passes. 79% passing accuracy, but I mean, look, it looks like it was a difficult game for the whole squad. 1 chance created, 5 passes into the final third. 0 accurate crosses. I don't think he tried to either, though, to be fair. And out of all of his long balls, well, he only tried 1. Then. Oh, do you think Nico staying means he'll play more? Sadly not. Look, if it is up to me, I would have played Nico back when, I don't know, probably back when we lost 4-0 to Tottenham. I would have. But I don't know, Pep doesn't seem to trust him, or Pep just doesn't really seem to trust academy talent on a whole, to be fair. And I mean, look how far that might get us, didn't trust Cole Palmer enough, then he leaves and he goes ballsing for Chelsea. So doesn't look like he's leaving. But it looks like he's staying for now at the very least. But yeah, Nico Riley, I'd like that though, Rosa, I would. What of Christian McFarlane? What if I pray a lot though? Man, if you praying would lead to the result of Nico Riley playing, then I hope you pray for us to beat Liverpool and Newcastle and Real Madrid too, because we might need some miracles. What of Christian McFarlane? Is he in Man City? I'm not sure what the situation is. He is officially a Man City player, but I don't know whether he's in our academy right now or whether he's still at New York. I'm really not sure. Herbal, welcome to the chat. Yes, big up, mate. This is a great signing, in my opinion, just what we needed. Still a bit disappointed about the Cambiasso deal, but so be it. At least we got a midfielder. Yeah, for me, I never thought we were going to get Cambiasso in January. For me, it looked like one of those deals that just weren't going to go through. But I think there's a good chance that we get him in the summer. You know, if there is interest there, we know we're interested. Pretty sure we had like a bid rejected. So look, if it's right back Nunes season, then buckle your seatbelt because we're in for a ride. But yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see how that all goes with Cambiasso. It's gonna be a tricky one to say the least. When in the summer when that happens, hey, imagine we do get him 2 deadline day signings. Probably not, but hey, that'll be vibes. But yeah, getting Nico Gonzalez over the line is crucial. He looks like a decent player. Not going to act like I know a ton about him, but out of all the stats I'm reading, they don't seem too bad. So yeah, it looks like a decent player though. You know, that Mazio Academy as well, which is good. So defensive now. Where is our guy? Nico Gonzalez. Here we go. So 2 defensive actions. No tackles won, but he only got 1 in. 2 recoveries and nothing else, it seems. But he didn't get dribbled past, which is good. You know, doesn't look like they got one over him. And duels. Nico Gonzalez. Here we are. 3 duels won, 7 lost. 1 out of 5 ground duels won, 2 out of 5 aerial duels, 1 foul committed, no successful dribbles, no tackles won. So again, it was a tough game, but again, they're not the worst stats ever. You know, I know those numbers were pretty, but they're not the worst stats ever. Goalkeeper, I don't know why I wanted to have a look at goalkeeper then, but I just kind of did. Big ups to everyone. We got over 100 views on this. Vinny against Nunes is going to get ugly. Yeah, I'm scared for that. I'm really scared. I really hope it's not Nunes. I really hope we start someone else, just anyone else there, someone that is at least defensively minded enough to deal with him. So, well, that's that really. Let's go back over to here. Let's go check out Fabrizio. Maybe he's revealed some extra details. Here's the initial report, January 31st. Here we are. So Nico Gonzalez set to travel after agreement reached between Man City and Porto. Payment and deal structure have been agreed after first contact exclusively revealed last week. So look, what I find interesting about this, to be honest, is. Hey, by the way, just want to say, you might be thinking about Nico Gonzalez and looks like it could be a panic buy. Look, we've had our eyes on this guy for a very long time. 3 years ago, this was 3 years ago, November 27th. An agreement between Barcelona and City is missing for Ferran Torres. However, players can enter the operation. For example, Pep Guardiola likes midfielder Nico Gonzalez. This is when he was still at Barca. Still, I think it would have been 20 at the time. Negotiations are in progress, and with new contacts set to take place next week. So, High Connect potentially getting 1 to 3 players today. Oh, we better step on the gas, lad. Yeah, but Nico Gonzalez, looks like we've had our eyes on him for a while. You know, to be fair, looks like someone we've always liked him. Scott Carson. I look-y think Kusanov can do better than Akanji at the moment. I do not want Akanji starting next week against Newcastle or against Orient, Leyton Orient, to be fair. I will be livid. But yeah, welcome to the chat glimpse. Do appreciate it. Big ups to you. And big ups to everyone that's liked the stream so far as well. I think this is the most interesting thing, the fact that we've had our eyes on this guy for a while. Makes you wonder why we didn't move on him sooner, but hey, in another world, maybe we did. Maybe we saw a Barcelona Nico Gonzalez for Ferran Torres swap deal. And who knows whether that would have bought us. So this seems to have really been what kicked us on, and hey, maybe this was a good thing for us, a 5-1 defeat to Arsenal. Don't know how that can be the case, but look, Man City's 5-1 defeat to Arsenal caused negotiations over Porto and Nico Gonzalez to accelerate and made Man City do everything possible to not lose sight of the player they believe will increase in value in a very short time. So there you go. Take that as you will. Maybe you can thank Arsenal like this guy is. I don't think I'm going to do that, but thank you for Tiki actually stepping on it now, because we needed to bring in someone. Kusanov and Hayes should get a chance against Orient. Yeah, I agree. Like, why not? If they can't handle Leighton Orient, then come on. Where are we at? What of Davido Echeverri? Is he signed or not? He is officially signed, but I think you're talking about Claudio Echeverri. But Echeverri, he's currently doing the Argentina under-20s competition at the moment. I believe he's gotten a goal and 2 assists or something against Brazil the other week. So, big ups to him in that. He'll be back with City mid-February. But look, Blues, nonetheless, it's a really good deal to get over the line. I'm going to wrap it up now, though. Nico Gonzalez. Now, you might be wondering, are you still going to be covering the rest of the transfer window? Absolutely. Got a stream at, I think, 6 and then a stream at 9 p.m. So it intends to cover... I intend to go live for an hour to 2 hours for the 6 p.m. one, but then for the 9 p.m. one, I will go live for 2 hours, listing off all the big news that's popping off. So, look, feel free to tune in there. We got a big stream coming up, and this was a big stream too. Big players have joined City. I wonder when that'll get announced. No later than tomorrow, probably. But look, thank you all for tuning in. Appreciate the support as usual. This stream's gotten well over 100 views, which was really nice, and 14 likes. So, if you did enjoy this, make sure to hit the likes. Now then, if you don't want to miss my streams later, it helps when you put on the notification bell, because, you get notified when I go live. And if you liked it so much and you're excited for more, then you might as well subscribe. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.